Blue light on the avenue, I still run back to you. Blue jeans hanging by the door, like you still live here anymore. Your cigarette burns in the ashtray glow. Small ghost only lovers know. We were diamonds in cheap hotel light, pretty wounds dressed up at night. Your heartbeat felt like summer rain, warm enough to hide the pain. Blue jeans, midnight eyes, you held me like a last goodbye. Love tasted sweet like vintage wine, and disappeared with time. And every street still says your name in neon lights and pouring rain. You left your shadow in my room, like perfume and fading moon. Your leather jacket on my chair still carries traces of your hair. We built a kingdom out of smoke, two fragile hearts too scared to break. Champagne tears on marble floors, lonely echoes through the halls. We danced slow beneath the gold, trying not to feel the cold. Before the night turns into blue, stay with me, like I still belong to you. Blue jeans, midnight eyes, you held me like a last goodbye. Love tasted sweet like vintage wine, and disappeared with time. And every street still says your name in neon lights and pouring rain. You left your shadow in my room, like perfume and fading moon. Blue jeans, empty bars, falling slowly under stars. Beautiful things don't always stay, sometimes they just fade away. Blue jeans still folded in the dark, blue jeans still wrapped around my heart. Blue lights fade into the dawn, but somehow you still linger on, soft as smoke and summer rain, calling me back again. The house is quiet tonight, but the people still hold their fight. Gold picture frames along the hall, like witnesses that saw it all. Smiling faces frozen still, covering cracks they couldn't heal. The dining table shines like glass, a kingdom built to always last. But underneath the polished wood lived all the words misunderstood. Mother's tears were crystal rain, falling softly without a name. Father carried storms inside, like thunder he could never hide. We were birds with clipped out wings, sleeping underneath chandeliers, beautiful from far away, but fragile when the curtains raise. Like sunlight through a shattered pane, let it breathe now. Like flowers growing through the rain. This family prison has no bars, just silent rooms and broken hearts. We learn to hide behind the gold, to keep the truth from getting old. And every door was painted white, but none of them led to the light. We wore our sorrow like a crown, too afraid to put it down. Family prison, velvet cage, passing shadows through the age, holding wounds we never named. House remains beneath the stars, keeping secrets in its heart. But somewhere beyond the gate, healing quietly waits. Your coat still hangs behind the door, like you're coming home once more. The windows wear the evening light, like diamonds learning how to cry. You smiled slow like falling snow, quiet enough to never know that promise left your lips was dust collecting on my fingertips. Like smoke beneath a velvet sky, I close my eyes to keep you near, even though you've said goodbye. The boulevard wears amber light, old cafes dissolve into the night. Crystal glasses catch the rain, reflecting everything we became. We built forever out of air, a paper crown we used to wear. The wind arrived without a sound and laid our little kingdom down. Like a candle in a ballroom, still dancing after everyone has gone home. Stay for a moment before the daylight steals your face. Stay for a moment, leave one heartbeat in this place. You were my ivory dream, a fading light inside of me. Can't blur, a whispered prayer without a church. Now every street remembers us in puddles shining after rain. Some people leave the room forever but never leave your veins. Ivory dreams don't ask to stay, they bloom and quietly fade away. Still they shine beneath the dust, teaching broken hearts to trust. Ivory dream floating somewhere out of sight. Ivory dream still turning darkness into light. Morning opens gentle skies, stars surrender one by one. But somewhere past the quiet dawn, our song is still being sung. Sunlight falling through the glass, another day pretending lasts. Lunchtime on a silver street, your shadow sitting across from me. Coffee stains and lipstick marks, tiny ruins of our hearts. You wore sadness like perfume, filling up the quiet room outside. The city moved too fast, inside we tried to make it last. just passing dressed in white, like ghosts drifting through the light. Your trembling hands touch mine, soft as smoke in summertime. We talked about escaping far, driving west beneath the stars. But dreams can fade like cigarette flame, leaving ashes without a name. Maybe love is just a window, fogged by breath and memory. Something beautiful and fleeting, gone before we truly see. Stay a little before the daylight disappears. Stay a little before we drown inside our fears. Lunchtime, cold champagne, love dissolving in the rain. Golden hours turning blue, every road still leads to you. And your eyes look so fragile, like mirrors ready to break. We were beautiful disasters, smiling through the ache. Lunchtime in empty rooms, perfume fading with the moon. Beautiful things never stay, they just slowly drift away. Lunchtime still echoing in my head. Lunchtime like words we never said. Sunlight dies across the floor. You don't sit here anymore, but your ghost remains somehow beside me now. Night falls slow across the room. Your shadow moves like perfume. Gold cigarettes and hotel wine, your trembling fingers wrapped in mine. The chandelier was glowing red like dying stars above our heads. You looked at me with tired eyes, half full of love, half full of lies. We held each other carefully, like broken glass beneath the sea. Before the silence steals the light, say it softly, like a prayer in the middle of the night. Because love fades like velvet roses left too long beneath the rain. And I don't wanna lose you without hearing my name. Blue velvet curtains, midnight bars, we wore heartbreak like diamonds. Your voice drifted through the smoke like a promise almost spoken. The city burned in neon haze, we disappeared inside the gray. Two lonely souls dressed up in gold, trying not to feel the cold. born too fragile for a world that moves this fast. But your hands still feel like heaven, even while we fall apart. Hold me closer before the morning turns us blue. Hold me closer, like I still belong to you. Say, darling, before the silence steals the light. Say it softly, like a prayer in the middle of the night. Because love fades like velvet roses left too long beneath the rain. And I don't wanna lose you without hearing my name. Crystal tears, your ghost still lingers here, soft as a forgotten song, still playing on and on. Neon flickers on the boulevard. Summer ghost inside my heart. Cigarette smoke in the parking lot glow. Blue motel curtains dancing slow. Your leather jacket smelled like rain, like broken dreams and cheap champagne. Palm trees swaying in the midnight heat. Old Cadillacs rolling down the street. We were young enough to call it love, while California burned above. Dancing slow through faded afterglow. Your voice was soft like old Sinatra, echoing through the velvet motel. And every kiss felt cinematic, black and white and delicate. Now your shadow lives forever in the silence of my head. Cherry lipstick on the bathroom glass, Polaroid memories turning black. The radio sang about heartbreak queens and all the things we could have been. You talk like poetry, half asleep, like secrets buried underneath. The moonlight falling on your skin made every lonely night feel sacred again. Maybe love was just a film we played until the reels grew thin. But I still hear your footsteps in every empty hallway. When stay with me like a faded photograph. Stay with me, nothing golden ever lasts. Baby, as the night turns cold. Another story left untold, softly disappearing into the velvet motel. Smoke rising through the dark, ashes falling on our hearts. We used to shine like burning gold, two reckless souls, too young to know. Your velvet voice, your tired eyes, look like heaven dressed in disguise. Broken glasses on the floor, love became a quiet war. Every silence cut so deep, like shadows crawling underneath. War is over, so they say, but your ghost still stays in the hallways of my mind, like smoke I cannot leave behind. And all our dreams in black and white still flicker softly every night. Beautiful ruins, me and you, covered in moonlight blue. Champagne stains on satin sheets, lonely prayers between the sheets. We held each other like a flame, afraid to speak the truth aloud. The city burned in neon rain while we danced through all the pain. Your trembling hands against my skin felt like losing everything. Maybe love was never safe, just a beautiful mistake. Two fragile hearts in crowded rooms, trying not to come undone. Hold on to me before the lights all disappear. Hold on to me before the silence fills the air. War is over, so they say, but your ghost still stays in the hallways of my mind, like smoke I cannot leave behind. And all our dreams in black and white still flicker softly every night. Beautiful ruins, me and you, covered in moonlight blue. War is over, hearts still ache, some scars never fade away. We were roses in the fire, burning slow with our desire. War is over, but I still hear your name. War is over, like thunder in the rain. Morning comes in shades of gray, but nothing really fades away. Love remains like smoke and scars underneath the stars. golden lights against your skin. We looked immortal back then. Champagne harps and diamond nights, dancing slowly under velvet skies. Your hands trembling over mine like fragile glass beneath moonlight. We were kings inside the dark, burning roses, stolen sparks. Every whisper felt like prayer, floating softly through the air. Silk dresses scattered on the floor, empty echoes through the corridor. Your shadow sleeping next to mine like a memory frozen in time. The city glowed in shades of blue, every lonely road led back to you. But love can feel like pouring rain, cold enough to leave a stain. Maybe nothing golden stays, maybe heaven fades away. But for one slow sacred night, we were endless in the light. Stay with me before the dawn steals everything. Stay with me before our hearts forget to sing. Will you love me when the gold turns gray, when the summer leaves and beauty fades? If the spotlight dies and the music stops, will you still hold my shaking heart? Young and beautiful, we were young and beautiful, like stars before they fall apart, like smoke inside a crystal heart. Young and beautiful, wrapped in velvet, dressed in blue. Beautiful things are born to break, but I still belong to you. Young and beautiful, even when the lights grow dim. Young and beautiful, I still hear your voice within. Golden lights begin to fade. Love remains like old champagne, soft and bitter on my tongue, forever young.